Hello students, today we will study finding solution for quadratic equation by completing square method. In our previous class we have studied finding roots of quadratic equation by factorization method. So completing square method we have to complete the square. So suppose we have now a plus b the whole square. What is the expansion of a plus b the whole square? It is yes a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we have three terms here. So this I will come as write it as first term, this is last term or third term, and this is middle term. So if suppose I want to write middle term in terms of first term and last term, so middle term is equal to 2 into a into b. So 2 into what is a? A means square root of first term. 2 into square root of first term into square root of last term. Therefore middle term is this. So if suppose I want third term, so middle term upon 2 times root of first term is equal to third term or root of third term. Third term, last term or third term, we call it as third term or last term. Okay. So third term, what will be the third term? Third term is equal to here it is square root, so middle term upon 2 times root of first term the whole square. Okay, this is what we have studied earlier. So using this we will check how to find the quadratic equation by completing square method. Suppose I'll take the same example as we have done for last time. X square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. We know how to do this with the factorization method. We take two numbers 3 and 2, so this we write as 3x plus 2x. So now we'll go for completing square method. So completing square method, what we'll do now, we'll write this x square plus 5x, this 6 I will take to other sides, it becomes minus 6. Now there is no third term. So based on this, now this is suppose first term, this is our middle term, so we want to find third term. So to complete it square, so that this side becomes perfect square. So to find third term, we can use this formula. So third term is equal to middle term upon 2 times root of first term the whole square is equal to 5x upon 2 into root of x square is x the whole square. X cancel with x is equal to 5 upon 2 the whole square is equal to 25 upon 4. Okay, you can check here. So when first term coefficient is 1, always square root of first term will be x, and in middle term we always have x. It is our standard form, ax square plus bx. So middle term always we have x. So x and x cancel. So if the coefficient of first term is 1, so instead of writing this, we can directly write as third term is equal to middle term upon 2 or coefficient of middle term. So I am coming with new formula. It is coefficient of middle term upon 2 the whole square, provided coefficient of first term is 1. So I'll do it again. So now last term is equal to coefficient of middle term is 5 upon 2 the whole square is equal to 25 upon 4. See here, same thing we got. So hereafter we will not use this. We will not use this formula. We will use this formula. Okay. So now, so we got the last term. So we have to add it here. So add 25 upon 4 to both the sides. Why both the sides? Because we know we have equation side here, so it is balanced. So in our balance, okay, if we add something to this side, we have to add same thing to this side. If we add 1, we have to add 1. If we add 25 upon 4, we have to add same 25 upon 4, because this should remain balanced. So I am adding it to both the sides. So here x square plus 5x plus third term is 25 upon 4 plus 25 upon 4 is equal to minus 6 we have plus 25 upon 4. So this I am adding to both the sides, so the equation remains balanced. Now this has become a perfect square. So now a square plus 2ab plus b square gives us a plus b the whole square. Now this is a square plus 2ab plus b square will give us a. From here I am taking x, a plus b the whole square. So I am taking it here from this. From x square I am taking x, this sign because sign of middle term. Suppose we know it is, suppose this is minus, this becomes minus. So sign of this term is same as here. Okay, so here it is plus, so I am taking plus. 25, square root of 25 will be 5, square root of 4 is 2. The whole square is equal to this. This we have to simplify by cross multiplication. This gives us minus 6 into 4 is minus 24, plus 1 into 25 is 25, upon 4 into 1 is 4. So this will give us x plus 5 upon 2 the whole square is equal to 1 upon 4. Okay, so I'll continue. X plus 5 upon 2, x plus 5 upon 2 the whole square is equal to 1 upon 4. I want this value, so I don't want this square, so when I take to other side it becomes square root. So x plus 5 upon 2 is equal to plus or minus root of 1 upon 4. Why this plus and minus 1 upon 4? Plus or minus, here it is plus, so I have taken plus or minus. So see, if suppose we have minus 2 the whole square, we have 4. If you have plus 2 the whole square is 4. If therefore square root of 4 will be plus or minus 2. Okay, because plus 2 square gives us 4, minus 2 square, because we know minus 2 square minus 2 into minus 2 is always plus. And hence always whenever we find square root of any number we write it as a plus or minus 1 upon 4. And therefore x plus 5 upon 2 is equal to plus or minus, this is square root of 1 upon or square root of 1 upon 4 is equal to square root of 1 upon square root of 4. Because we know square root of a upon b is equal to square root of a upon square root of b. So this is square root of 1 is 1 upon square root of 4 is 2. And therefore, if I take this plus 5 upon 2 other side, it becomes minus 5 upon 2. So this x is plus 5 upon 2 goes as minus 5 upon 2 plus or minus 1 upon 2. And therefore, what are the values of x? X is equal to minus 5 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2, or x is equal to minus 5 upon 2 minus 1 upon 2. This will give us upon 2 common minus 5 plus 1, or x is equal to upon 2 common minus 5 minus 1. Therefore x is equal to minus 4 upon 2, or x is equal to minus 6 upon 2. 2 2s are 2, 3s are, therefore x equal to minus 2 or x equal to minus 3, and therefore roots are minus 2 and minus 3. Okay, we will study one more problem. So problem is 2x square minus 7x plus 3 equal to 0. So we know our first step is 2x square minus 7x. This 3 I am going to take to other side because minus 3. Next step is our new formula is provided that coefficient will be 1. So to make this coefficient 1, we have to divide by 2. So we divide all the terms by 2. 2, 2, 2. So what we get? This cancels. These 2 cancel with this 2. So we get x square minus 7 upon 2x is equal to minus 3 upon 2. Okay. So now our formula is last term or third term or last term is equal to coefficient of middle term upon 2 the whole square, coefficient of middle term upon 2 the whole square. What is coefficient of middle term? It is 7 upon 2. We will not take this sign because the plus sign or minus sign, when we square it becomes plus. So we will always consider as it is 7 upon 2 the whole square. Now we know, we have studied earlier, if suppose A upon B divided by C upon D, this can be written as A upon B multiplied by D upon C. So this is 2 means 2 upon 1. So 7 upon 2 divided by 2 upon 1 will give us 7 upon 2 multiplied by 1 upon 2. This can be written as 7 upon 4. So this is actually 7 upon 4. Either we can write this way or we can write another way as half into 7 upon 2 the whole square, which gives us 7 upon 4 the whole square. So here, okay. So hereafter, whenever we have coefficient with denominator, we can take it like this, half into the coefficient of middle term. So this will give us 49 upon 4 for the 16. 49 upon 16. So add 49 upon 16 to both the sides, because this is our third term. So x square minus 7 upon 2x plus 49 upon 16 is equal to minus 3 upon 2 plus 49 upon 16. So now this has become perfect square. We know. So a square minus 2ab plus b square. Then what we do? We write this as a minus b the whole square. So here a, what is our a? A will be square root of x. Sign of this minus square root of 49 is 7. Square root of 16 is 4. The whole square is equal to, we'll simplify this. We know how to find this or LCM, either cross multiplication will give you 16 to the 32 is a bigger number. So instead of that, find the LCM of 2 and 16. LCM of 2 and 16 is 16. So to make this 16, I have to multiply by 8. So this will give us 8 3 is 24 minus 24 plus 49 upon 8 to the 16 and 16 common 16. Okay, so x plus x minus 7 upon 4 the whole square is equal to plus 25 upon 16. So simplify it further. We have x minus 7 upon 4 the whole square is equal to 25 upon 16. And therefore x minus 7 upon 4 is equal to, this 2 goes to other side as plus or minus root of 25 upon 16. I have told you the reason why we take plus and minus 25 upon 16, because plus 5 upon 16 the whole square will give us 25 upon 16, and minus 5 upon 4 the whole square also will give us same term, and therefore we take it as plus or minus, and therefore x minus 7 upon 4 is equal to plus or minus 25 will give us 5 and root of 16 will give us 4, and therefore x is equal to this 7 upon 4 I am taking to other side, it becomes plus 7 upon 4 plus or minus 5 upon 4, and therefore two values are x is equal to 7 upon 4 plus 5 upon 4, or x is equal to 7 upon 4 minus 5 upon 4, and therefore x equal to 4 is common, 7 plus 5, or x equal to 4 is common, 7 minus 5, and therefore x equal to 7 plus 5 is 12 upon 4, or x equal to 7 minus 5 is 2 upon 4, 4 3 is 12, therefore x equal to 3, or x is equal to 2 1 the 2 to the 1 upon 2, and therefore roots are 3 and 1 upon 2. Okay, we'll do one more problem. 3x square plus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. We know what is the first step. 3x square plus 2x. This third term I have taken to the other side, it becomes plus 8. So there is no third term. So before that, we'll go for coefficient, to make coefficient of x square as 1. To make this 1, we have to divide by 3. And therefore this cancelled. So this gives us x square plus 2 upon 3x is equal to 8 upon 3. So we know third term or last term is equal to coefficient of middle term, half into coefficient of middle term. Coefficient of middle term, the whole square. So this is half into 2 upon 3, the whole square is equal to 2 into 1 is 2 upon 3 into 2 is 6, 2 upon 3 the whole square, which gives us 4 upon 36. So add 4 upon 36 to both the sides, you get x square plus 2 upon 3x plus 4 upon 36 equal to 8 upon 3 plus 4 upon 36. So this last term I am adding to both the sides. So now this is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So from this we will get a, that means x. Here sign of this term, middle term is plus. Here 2 upon 6 the whole square will give us LCM is 36. So 3, 12, 3 is 36, 12. So 96 plus 4 upon 36, and therefore x plus 2 upon 6 the whole square is equal to 100 upon 36, and therefore x plus 2 upon 6 is equal to plus or minus root of 100 upon 36, and therefore x plus 2 upon 6 is equal to plus or minus 10 upon 6. So root of 100 is 10, root of 36 is 6, and hence two roots are, or x is equal to this 2 upon 6 goes to other side is minus 2 upon 6 plus or minus 10 upon 6, and therefore x is equal to minus 2 upon 6 plus 10 upon 6, or x is equal to minus 2 upon 6 minus 10 upon 6. This will give us x is equal to upon 6 common minus 2 plus 10, or x is equal to upon 6 common minus 2 minus 10. X is equal to minus 2 plus 10 is 8 upon 6, or x is equal to minus 12 upon 6. Therefore x is equal to divided by 2 4 upon 3, or x is equal to minus 2, and therefore roots are 4 upon 3 and minus 2. You must have seen here we write values of x these or these, but whenever you are writing answers we write it as and. First root and the second root. Okay. Thank you.